18 and 19 says, "For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he has a demon." And 19, "The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, look, a glutton and a wine-bibber, a friend of tax collectors and sinners, but wisdom is justified by her children." Okay, so John, he didn't eat or drink. He didn't have the social approach like Jesus. He probably was, context, probably had dreads, a rugged look, not really clean cut in that way. Very simple clothes, like thrifty type of clothes. Nothing flashy. Okay. And then he probably was standing on the highways and byways preaching the word of God boldly, not arrogantly, boldly, but with joy and just like happy, because he knows what he's preaching about. He knows what he's saying. He believes in what he's saying. And so, they probably thought, like, look at this madman, this crazy man. But like how some people judge, in New York, when we're on the subway and there's people like preaching about God, when I see them, when they're preaching about God, I be like, God, I pray that, I have that boldness. Because I don't know. But I be happy when I see them. Like, I pray for them, and I'm like, God, I thank you for their journey and their walk. Like, continue to encourage them and strengthen them. And if they're giving out a pamphlet, I do take it, because those are just your co-workers, co-laborers in the kingdom of heaven, and they're in their lane and you're in your lane. And encourage your brothers and sisters. I'll be like, thank you, and I say I pray for them to let them be encouraged. But anyways, so that's probably how John the Baptist appeared. Like, he probably came looking bold and rugged and speaking boldly about Jesus, the Messiah, coming and stuff like that. And they rejected him. And he probably had a strict lifestyle where he couldn't eat or drink everything. He probably was a vegetarian or a vegan. Where Jesus, he came with more of the sociable approach, because Jesus sat and ate and drank with sinners, and they didn't like that. They didn't expect Jesus, the Messiah, to do that. So they rejected him. They rejected both John the Baptist and Jesus. They judged them for how they looked and for eating and drinking. One didn't eat and drink everything. One did sit and eat and drink with sinners, and they were judged. So either way, they were rejected. And what does this tell us? The end, it says, wisdom is justified by her children. What does that mean? Basically, true wisdom is proven by how we live, and if our life is really transformed by the word of God, by the message of Jesus Christ, by the message of the cross. Are we truly transformed? Does our lifestyle show this? Is there evidence of this with how we live? Have we been changed internally that it shows out externally? Have we been changed, truly changed by the word of God?